Okay, let's get into your reading, Sagittarius. Okay, they chose you above everyone, and they are absolutely terrified to say it out loud. And I want you to understand why someone like this, someone who has built real wealth, someone who moves through the world with a certain kind of confidence would be terrified, because the terror isn't weakness, it's the opposite. It's the terror that only comes when something matters enough that losing it would actually cost something. And most things in this person's life have not cost them if they lost them. Most things have been replaceable. Most things have been available again if they wanted them back. And then they found you, and they chose you above everyone. And now they're holding that choosing in the most private part of themselves, because saying it out loud makes it real, and real things can be lost. And they are not ready to be in the position of possibly losing you. So they are terrified. And the terror is proof of how much they chose you. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first oracle card. The choosing happened before they were ready for it. It arrived on its own terms. And your guides led with this because the story of the choosing is important. Because this person did not set out to choose you above everyone. They didn't make a deliberate decision one morning. Today I will pick this person from the field. The choosing happened to them. It arrived in the moments they were around you, in the accumulation of what they observed, in the specific quality of who you are that refused to stay in the background. And the arriving on its own terms quality is what makes the choosing feel so significant to them, because they've made deliberate choices before, and deliberate choices feel manageable. And this choice, the one that arrived before they were ready, feels like anything but manageable. And that is exactly why they're terrified to say it. Okay, second oracle card. The terror is not about you. It's about how much you matter to them. And your guides want to be very clear about the nature of the terror, because you might wonder, if they chose me, why are they scared? If the feeling is real, why can't they say it? And the answer is the most reassuring answer possible. The terror is not doubt. It's not uncertainty about the choosing. It's certainty about it. And certainty about something you could lose is the most frightening feeling a person who has built things can have. Because they know how to build, and they know that what gets built can also fall. And the idea of choosing you above everyone and then losing you, of having said it out loud and had it go wrong, is more frightening to them than anything their wealth could fix. Okay, third oracle card. They have been rehearsing what to say and stopping themselves every single time. And this is what their internal world looks like right now. The rehearsing. The specific, detailed, what if I say it this way rehearsing that someone does when they have something significant to say and can't find the version that feels safe enough to say it, and they've had multiple almost moments. Moments where the words were right there, where the timing felt possible, where something in them said, now, say it now, and then something else in them said, not yet. Not until I'm sure. Not until I know what they'll say back. And the stopping themselves is costing them, because carrying the choosing privately while being near you is getting harder every single day. Okay, fourth oracle card. They chose you above everyone because everyone else was comparable and you weren't. And your guides want to explain the above everyone part because above everyone is a specific thing. It doesn't mean everyone else was wrong for them. It means you were different in a way that made comparison impossible because you can compare things that exist in the same category. And you're not in the same category as everyone else for this person. Everyone else was comparable. You weren't. And encountering something that can't be compared to anything you've seen before is exactly the kind of experience that produces the choosing above everyone. And the above everyone quality of the choosing is the above everyone quality of you reflected back through their eyes. Okay, fifth oracle card. The terror is about to give way. The holding back is reaching its limit. And your guides are showing me something shifting. Because the terror has been running the show, keeping the choosing private, stopping the rehearsed words, holding everything in the careful interior of someone who is afraid of what happens if they say the real thing. And the terror has a limit, and the limit is being reached because carrying the choosing privately while being near you constantly is unsustainable. And unsustainable things break, and the terror breaking is the choosing coming out. And the coming out is what this reading is preparing you for. Okay, sixth oracle card. What comes after the terror breaks is the most honest version of them you've ever seen. And your guides added this oracle card because they want you to know what happens when the terror finally breaks. Because it's not going to be the composed, carefully managed version of this person. When the choosing comes out, when the terror gives way, and the words finally arrive, you're going to see the most honest version of them you've ever encountered, the real version. The underneath the wealth, underneath the confidence, underneath the everything they present version. And that version is the one that chose you above everyone. And seeing it is going to change everything about how you understand them. The Emperor, the Lovers, the Moon, the Hermit reversed, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Star, the World, 10 cards. And I want to take real time with each one. The Emperor first, and the Emperor is them completely. And the Emperor is someone who has built real things, who has created something lasting through real effort. And the Emperor operates from confidence in most areas of life. In business, in decisions, in the practical world, the Emperor is sure and in love, specifically in love with you. The Emperor is terrified. And that's the most significant thing about the terror, because the Emperor being terrified means the feeling broke through the confidence, and something that breaks through the Emperor's confidence is not a small feeling. It's the biggest feeling the Emperor has ever had. And the Lovers is the soul level underneath everything. Because the terror makes more sense when you know the Lovers is here, because the Lovers is the soul recognition. That this is the person knowing that arrived before they were ready. And when soul recognition arrives in an Emperor, in someone who built their whole life on control and deliberate decision, the collision of the soul knowing with the controlled self produces exactly the terror the title is describing. Because the soul says, that's the one, and the Emperor says, I know. And that terrifies me, because what I've built has never felt as important as this person does right now. And the moon is the private world they're carrying all of this in. and it is full, vivid and specific and full of you, because the moon is where the honest truth lives when it hasn't been said yet. And in their moon, in their private, honest, no one is watching world, the choosing is fully real. The above everyone is fully real. The terror is fully real. And the love that produced all of it is the biggest thing in the moon's landscape right now. And the moon being here is the cards showing you that what they carry privately is more significant than anything they've shown you yet. And the Hermit reversed. And the Hermit reversed is the cave door opening, the withdrawal ending, the private thing becoming the shared thing. And in this reading, where someone has been carrying the choosing in the moon's private world, the Hermit reversed is the moment the terror breaks, the moment the rehearsed words finally come out, the moment the choosing above everyone stops being something they carry alone and becomes something that exists between you. And the Hermit reversed in this spread is the most hopeful card for the timing, because the cave is already opening. And the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is the feeling at full overflow. And the Ace of Cups being here tells me that what they've been carrying privately has gotten too full to contain. The cup has been filling every interaction, every moment near you, every time they stopped themselves from saying the thing, filling. And the Ace of Cups is the full cup moment, the I cannot hold anymore moment, the overflow. And overflow always goes somewhere. And where it's going is toward you, in the form of the choosing finally being said. And the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is the most important confirmation in the spread, because the Two of Cups is mutual. Two people, both feeling it, both in it. And the Two of Cups being here tells me the choosing is not one-sided. It's not going to land in empty space. It's going to land in something real on your side. Because you feel something too, even if you haven't named it, even if you've been uncertain about what it is. And the Two of Cups is the moment both people stop carrying their feelings separately and start carrying them together. And the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is the commitment this is building toward. Because the choosing above everyone, when it finally gets said, doesn't stop at being said. It builds towards something real and witnessed and lasting. And the Four of Wands in this reading is the milestone ahead, the two people choosing each other in front of the world milestone. That the terror breaking and the choosing being said is the first step toward. And the Four of Wands doesn't show up in readings about things that go nowhere. It shows up in readings about things that are going somewhere permanent. And the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is where all of this leads. The complete life, nothing missing. The love and the security and the warmth of a life where both people chose each other so completely that nothing fundamental was ever left out. And the Ten of Cups being in this spread tells me the terror was worth feeling and the choosing was worth making. And the saying it out loud is worth the risk, because what it builds toward is the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is everything the choosing was for. And the Star is the hope they've been quietly carrying alongside the terror. Because it's not only terror in there. Underneath the terror, underneath the I'm afraid to say it, there's a star, a quiet, persistent, what if it works hope. The specific hope that says, what if I say it and it goes right? What if I say it and they feel it too? What if the choosing above everyone is a choosing above everyone on both sides? And the star is that hope, burning quietly underneath the terror. And your guides want you to know that the star is accurate. The what if it works hope is pointing at something real, and the world is the completion of the before and the beginning of the after. And in this reading, the before is the version where the choosing is private, where the terror is running the show, where the moon is full and unspoken, where the hermit is still in the cave, and the world is drawing the line under that version, complete, done. And the after begins with the choosing said, with the terror broken, with the most honest version of this person finally visible to you. And the world is the most complete confirmation the cards can give that the after is coming. Okay, tea leaf cards, 7 of them. First tea leaf card, the specific moment the choosing above everyone solidified, and what you were doing, because there was a specific moment, a moment where the choosing went from forming to formed, where the above everyone quality of it locked in, and you were doing something ordinary, something completely unremarkable to you. And they watched, and in watching that ordinary thing, something clicked, and the click was that one above everyone, that one. And you had no idea it was happening because you were just being yourself, the ordinary, unperformed. This is just who I am version of yourself. And that version was the one that did it, that produced the above everyone choosing. Next tea leaf card, the closest they've come to saying it, and what stopped them, because there was a moment, maybe more than one, where the words were right there, where they almost said it, and you might have felt something in those moments, a quality in the silence, a charge in the air, a sense that something was about to be said and then wasn't. And the thing that stopped them was not the absence of feeling. It was the size of the feeling. Because when something matters this much, saying it wrong feels worse than not saying it yet. And they're waiting for the moment where the saying it feels possible at the right size with the right words. Next tea leaf card, you sensing something from them, an attention that doesn't quite fit the category you put them in, and check in with yourself here, because there might already be something you've noticed from this person and explained away, an attention that had a quality to it that didn't fit the category you'd given them, a look that lasted too long, an effort that went beyond the situation, a specific care that showed up in moments where someone who was just a friend might not have bothered, and you noticed it, and then you explained it. And your guides are saying, stop explaining it, because what you sensed was the choosing, showing itself in the only ways available to it, while the terror kept it from being named. Next tea leaf card, the terror breaking and what that moment looks like when it arrives. And the breaking is coming, and your guides want you to know what it looks like so you're ready when it arrives. Because it's not going to be a dramatic announcement. It's not going to be a grand gesture with music behind it. It's going to be a moment, probably quieter than you'd expect. Something in their eyes before the words come. A quality of finally in the air. And then the words. Not perfect words, real words. The rehearsed version abandoned for the honest version. And the honest version is going to be the most significant thing they have ever said to anyone. Next tea leaf card, how you receive it, what your guides need from you in that moment. And your guides are very specific about the moment of receiving, because someone who is terrified and says the terrifying thing anyway is in the most vulnerable position a person can be in. And the receiving of that vulnerability sets the tone for everything that follows. And your guides need you present, not performing, not managing your response for effect, not playing it cool because coolness feels safer than honesty, present and honest, and meeting the most honest version of them with the most honest version of you, because honesty meeting honesty is how the Two of Cups becomes the Four of Wands, becomes the Ten of Cups. Life. Next tea leaf card, the relief on their face when the choosing is finally said and what it does to you, and watch their face when it comes out. Because after the choosing is said, after the terror breaks and the honest version arrives, there's going to be something on their face. Relief, the specific, profound relief of someone who has been carrying something too heavy for too long, finally setting it down. And the relief is going to move you, because watching someone who has built everything, who has held it all together, exhale in front of you because you received what they offered is one of the most tender things you will ever witness. And it's coming. And the last tea leaf card, you and this person after the terror broke and what the connection feels like in the open, and your guides ended here because this is the image they most want you to hold. You and this person, after the terror broke, after the choosing was said, after the most honest version of them finally met the most honest version of you, and the connection in the open, no longer private, no longer carried separately, has a quality that the private version never had: freedom. The specific freedom of two people who finally get to feel what they feel without managing it, or hiding it, or rehearsing it. Just feeling it in the open, together. And that freedom is what the Ten of Cups is built from. Okay, final messages from your guides, 7 of them. Trust what you've been sensing. The choosing was always real, and your guides put this first because of the explaining away, because you've been sensing something from this person, and every time you sense it, a part of you explains it away, finds a reason it can't be what it feels like, and your guides are removing the explaining. Trust what you've been sensing. The choosing was always real. The attention was always more than casual. The quality of how they've been around you was always the choosing showing itself in the only language available to it, while the terror kept it private. And what you sensed was accurate. Next final card. Don't make yourself smaller while they work up to saying it. Stand in your full worth. And this is the most important posture your guides are asking for. Stand in your full worth. Not because you're performing confidence for them, not because you need to impress them, because standing in your full worth is the most comfortable place for someone to say a terrifying true thing. And the choosing above everyone needs to be received by the full version of you. Not the version that minimizes, not the version that deflects, not the version that makes itself smaller so that receiving something big feels less scary. The full version. Standing, worth every word they're about to say. Next final card. The wealth is not the story. The choosing above everyone is the story. And your guides want to recenter something because the word rich is in the title and the wealth is real and it matters. But the wealth is not the story. The story is the choosing. The above everyone choosing. The terror of saying it out loud choosing. The I found something I have never found before choosing. And the wealth is just part of who they are. The same way the groundedness is part of who you are. And what the story is about is two people finding in each other the thing they couldn't find anywhere else. Next final card. Be patient while the terror works itself out. It's already on its way down. And your guides have a timing instruction. Be patient, not indefinitely, but for the moment, because the terror is already on its way down. The Hermit reversed is already opening the cave and pushing the process, forcing the conversation before they're ready, making the choosing feel urgent before the terror has worked itself out, can make the honest version smaller than it would be if it arrived on its own. And the full honest version is worth the patience, because the full honest version of someone who chose you above everyone, arriving in its complete form, is one of the most significant things you'll ever receive. Next, final card. You were always the one who was going to make someone terrified to lose. Own that. And your guides want to say something about you specifically because the terror is about losing you. And the terror about losing you exists because of what you are. The specific quality that made you above everyone, that made the choosing happen before they were ready, that made the words stop in their throat because saying it makes it real, and real things can be lost, and losing you is unthinkable to them. And you were always the kind of person who was going to make someone feel that way. And owning that, not arrogantly, just accurately, is how you receive the choosing at the size it actually is. Next final card. Save this and drop a comment when they finally say it. Tell me what it felt like. Save this reading right now. Bookmark it. Share it today, because when you share something like this, what comes back is tenfold. And when they finally say it, when the terror breaks and the choosing comes out and the honest version arrives, come back here and drop a comment. Tell me what it felt like. Tell me what they said. Tell me if you saw the relief on their face. Because someone watching this right now has a person in their life who is terrified to say something, and they can feel it, but they can't name it. And knowing that yours finally said it is the thing that gives them the patience to wait for theirs. And the very last card, they chose you above everyone, and they're terrified to say it. And the terror is about to break. They chose you above everyone, and they're terrified to say it. And the terror is about to break. And your guides saved this for last, because it's the whole reading in 3 sentences. The Emperor chose deliberately, completely above everyone. And the Lover's recognition made the choosing inevitable. And the moon is full of it. And the Hermit reversed is already opening the cave. And the Ace of Cups is overflowing. And the Two of Cups is waiting. And the Four of Wands is the destination. And the 10 of Cups is the life. And the Star is the hope underneath the terror that says, what if this is the one? And the world is drawing the line under the version where the choosing was private and beginning the version where it's spoken. And spoken is what it's about to be. In the most honest version of the words this person has ever used for anything. And your guides brought you to this reading today so that when the terror breaks and the above everyone choosing finally arrives in the open space between you, you are standing in your full worth, ready, present, honest, and completely ready to receive the most terrified and most real choosing anyone has ever made for you. Okay, to bring this home, this rich person just chose you above everyone, and they're terrified to say it out loud, and the terror is about to break. And the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us the choosing happened before they were ready. It arrived on its own terms. That the terror is not about you. It's about how much you matter to them. That they've been rehearsing what to say and stopping themselves every single time. That they chose you above everyone because everyone else was comparable and you weren't. That the terror is about to give way, the holding back is reaching its limit, and that what comes after the terror breaks is the most honest version of them you've ever seen. The Emperor showed who they are, built, confident in everything except this, because this matters more than everything. The Lovers showed the soul recognition that made the choosing inevitable. The Moon showed the vivid private world they carry completely full of the choosing. The Hermit reversed showed the cave already opening, the private becoming the shared. The Ace of Cups showed the feeling overflowing past what can be contained. The Two of Cups confirmed the mutuality. This lands in something real on your side. The Four of Wands showed the commitment this is building toward. The Ten of Cups showed the complete, nothing missing life as the destination. The Star showed the hope underneath the terror that says, what if it works? And the World completed the private version and began the spoken one. And the tea leaf cards showed the specific moment the choosing solidified, the closest they've come to saying it, and what stopped them, you sensing something and explaining it away, what the breaking of the terror actually looks like when it arrives, what your guides need from you in the moment of receiving, the relief on their face when the choosing is finally said, and you and this person after the terror broke with the connection finally in the open. Trust what you've been sensing. The choosing was always real. Don't make yourself smaller while they work up to saying it. Stand in your full worth. The wealth is not the story. The choosing above everyone is the story. Be patient while the terror works itself out. It's already on its way down. And know that you were always the kind of person who is going to make someone terrified to lose you. Own that. All of it confirming they chose you above everyone, and they're terrified to say it. And the terror is about to break. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this, and someone chose me above everyone. And I stand in my full worth, and I receive it fully when it arrives. Because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and come back and drop a comment when they finally say it. I want to know what it felt like. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.